Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Airborne Dreadnoughts, where we've had a little bit of a boo-boo. Basically, my computer crashed in the middle of the stream, and you missed one battle, the HMS Janus versus that destroyer. It did manage to blow it up, but I'm not sure the game recorded it, because I got a weird message saying that I missed a mission and lost 18 transports, which is a bit weird. Anyway, the Australia, fresh out of dry dock, has come across a light cruiser, which is a good one. Yeah, I think the Janus mission didn't count according to the game, or something, but it wasn't still in the list. But I mean, I don't blame the game for reacting strangely to a crash like that. Although it is weird because we did come out of that fight like fully. Anyway, the Australia, fresh coat of paint, ready to go, representing the Australians in chat, against light cruiser. Right, where are you? Probably running away. If you have any sense, light cruiser. Paint options would be really cool. They did talk about that as a potential thing that they might add in the future. I don't think it would be too hard to game-wise. I don't know a lot about game development, but like all of the surfaces, all the vertical surfaces kind of share the same texture. This grey texture. Like, perhaps you could have a texture replacer that changed it for a paint. Could also be something that you could mod in, but that would be very cool if you could have like change your paint scheme, change it to. I mean, a lot of the early pre-dreadnoughts had like they were painted like white and red, and they were painted fancy colours. And then yeah, dazzle camo and stuff like that would be cool. Plus, you could have some more amusing options like Union Jacks or gold and things like that, I suppose. But the game does have a more serious kind of take. Yeah, it does happen sometimes, Cathedral Dawn, that your battle cruisers are actually just super battleships, because the battle cruiser hulls are often better, because there were some battle cruisers that were bigger than their equivalent battleships. Like, they were bigger, more powerful ships, and that's how they were designed. So sometimes you get huge hulls, and you can do a lot with them. And there's nothing in the game that says the battle cruisers have to be bad. The main difference is in the kind of resistance stats and things like that. Battleship hulls have better stats in that regard. There we go, that was a good hit. Fire a torpedo, but I don't know. I think it was before I changed direction. I hope it was. A lot of partial bends. That's more like it. Turning away. Chase them down, Australia. The Kiwi-Aussie rivalry has begun in chat. Try some HE, give me the angle. A whole bunch of fires. There we go. Sunk. Excellent. Don't worry, Millie will get lots of pats at the end of the stream. And I gave her someone over to go and get my drink. We don't have Canada yet. But yeah, another one of those stupidly expensive light cruisers to the bottom. I mean, look at the difference in cost between a battle cruiser and a light cruiser. That is insane. And all because they pushed them to 33.6 knots. Oh, jeez. So the game thinks that's a fair fight. Oh, dear me. Right. Yeah, we know what this is. Dreadnought. Oh, yes, okay. Rush that. I want that. 2 months. Okay, brilliant. Then we can do some designing. How is... Automod. Sorry, Mitch. Automod's being stupid again. Italian Empire will be replaced if... Italy's not even in a war. Italy's still at peace, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Well, they're very close to a war with Austria-Hungary. Which might pull them into an alliance with us. Which is perfect, because they can take on the Austro-Hungarians. We do have a bunch of ships over here. I'm going to move all of them to... how much can we fit there? 34,000 tons. So let's move the defense and the light cruisers. Yeah, they're 3,000 tons each. So 14, 17, oh no, 14, 18, 21. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's see if we can get something on the go there. And what have we got here? Oh boy. Just attacking at Convoy. And 2 German battleships with the Princess Royal and the Indomitable, so an Invincible and a Lion class. Computer's going to crash again. Oh, and we have some French. Sorry, I thought this was my destroyer, but it's not. We're just going to put all of them into a single division. Normal and screen and save. There we go. The French destroyer is very similar to our own, so that's absolutely fine. Where's the enemy? To the east, you say? Okay. see if we can find them. Yes, we can. Germans. Guns on the go. Again, long range stuff. Not likely to result in much. Oh, don't do that. Rude. Hardy and Volks going out. I'm going to turn my battle cruisers around so they're on a parallel course. Albatross takes a hit. Damaged engine on the Weissenberg. That was the one that the Hunter was repeatedly trying to take out. Mobile smoke generators for the battle cruisers by the looks of it. Still all partials. Oh no, there we go. There's some proper damage. Over as well. Make it hard for it to fire. And there is a convoy somewhere, but I'm quite content to blow up battleships. They are a much bigger prize. Big hit. Weissenberg. To extensive fire. Interesting. Next up is the Cruisen. got through her armour. She looks like she's running. Hit the main tower. Don't want to get too close to it. Seem to have a real advantage at this range. Can't really hurt us very much. Oh, Cosmonaut number 1. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Almost out of HE shells though. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Right through the casement gun. Flood pretty badly now, but our engine rooms are still operational. As soon as they go, ship should sink. And down she goes. Excellent. Thank you, Lerner. Thank you for dropping by. I hope you have a good one. And yeah, 2 German battleships to the bottom. Excellent. Absolutely fantastic. Good stuff. Let's hit up the next turn. Updating relationships. We gotta get Italy and Austria-Hungary kicking off? Yes. No. Not yet. Although they must be at like minus 100 by now. What have we got here? Now, this could be interesting. Do you know what? We'll try it. We'll see how close we are. Actually start close. No, we don't. I don't want to do this fight. Then I know it's only in a heavy cruiser, but honestly, it's just a way of throwing away your destroyers. Not worth it. Sorry, destroyers. Like, genuinely. Don't bother. Like, if we'd started, like, really... Like, it says, oh, we've managed to sneak close to it. Like, if you start close, maybe. But, like, it's good conditions. They'll see us coming a mile away. It's just a way to get our destroyers shredded up. Apologies if you were hoping for some destroyer sneak attack action, but yeah, not worth it. I'm sure the French won't mind me saving their destroyers as well. I haven't got the times 30 yet. I'm a very diplomatic person. One of those that B turret looks like it's floating. See that? Just a little bit. It does look like it's floating just a tiny bit, which is weird. Might just be graphical glitch. 6 minutes. 5 minutes. Da-da-da-da-dee. Yes, indeed, as evidenced by the war I'm currently fighting. When I'm sorry, Germany said you can't move ships from Britain to Gibraltar. Was like, well, what are you going to do about it? And they declared war on me. I mean, it seems like they're the ones with the problem, not me. All right, let's end the battle. Okay. Good. And then we have another. Ooh. This could be interesting. This could be an interesting one. We have the Kaiser Karl VI and the Zara defending Convoy against the Defence, the Amethyst, the Sapphire, and the Topaz, who've just arrived in Malta. I don't normally do Farm Sim at the weekend. I normally do it on a Friday. But yes, there will be some Farming Simulator this Friday, hopefully. The only reason it was on Saturday last week, whatever, is because my family, kids, my kids, yeah, were away on a trip. So that's all it was. Don't normally stream on a Saturday. Yeah, gunboat diplomacy, exactly. Oh, they're shooting at me. Ah, there we go. I can see him now. Right, let's have a look at you. Oh my! Austria-Hungary has the good heavy cruiser. Look at that. That's menacing. 7.3-inch guns. Torps? I don't remember if they had torps or not. No. Okay. Well, plan is to kind of go past them, because the convoy will be behind. See if we can eliminate the convoy until we have a better idea of what these ships are like. Oh yeah, this is an amazing heavy cruiser hull. Like if Britain got this is what I mean by mini dreadnought hull. Like if Britain got access to one of these, that would be amazing. But they don't. They just don't. And nor should they really, because you know the British went in for the battle cruisers, and then they didn't start building heavy cruisers again until wasn't the county class. There was one before it, but I can't remember the name of it. Doing some damage to them. We can have a proper look at them now. They're pretty accurate. One of those 7.3 guns. Cordite Dunite, which is pretty standard for everybody. 24.9 knots. Armour is not amazing actually. That is bad. That's worse than our light cruisers. With about 85% quality compared to these guys. Yeah, the light cruisers have better armour. So they're not particularly well armoured. Oh, they do have torpedoes. How did they miss that? I tried to see if they had torpedoes, and I thought they did. Must have missed it. There it is. Well, we shall pass the line. Ow. damage to the funnel there. And so far they're coming off worse. Smoke up. I want to find those transports. They're out there somewhere. Hello, Kingswag. The Hawkins class. Thank you, Mitch. Yes, that is indeed the class I was trying to remember the name of. Huge number of shells going their way. Ah, there are the transports. Change course. We'll lose sight of the... yeah, there we go. Lose sight of the heavy cruisers and then we'll automatically start targeting the transports. And whilst these ships may not be very good, especially by the standards of the day, representing the kind of last of the old era, they are perfectly suited to obliterating a bunch of transports who are too slow to escape and rather susceptible to large amounts of gunfire. Some of them armed. We seem to be... these light cruisers seem to be prioritizing this one on the back. Grim Harbinger, yes, this is a, well, my version of a Minotaur class armoured cruiser, which was the last class of armoured cruiser in the Royal Navy. And the light cruisers behind are Topaz class protected cruisers. Again, the last protected cruisers to serve with the Royal Navy. Yeah, transport's going very boom. There are some more, though, somewhere. I believe. I don't think I've sunk all of them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't bother firing torpedoes at... like, what are you expecting to hit? Genuinely. Yeah, there's a couple of transports out there somewhere. Because we don't count of having won the mission. The smoke spotted is the heavy cruisers back there somewhere. Yeah, we're getting closer. Found him. Oh my word. There's still another transport though, because it's saying I've only killed 80% of the convoy. Probably kind of here. There it is. Yeah, there's another one. That's times 10. Must be a much faster version. These ones can do 13.4 knots. It won't be too far away. I don't know what the heavy cruiser are up to. Just seemed quite content to let us rip through the convoy. There it is. One more. Come on, one more transport. There it is. And sunk. Lovely. And there, I'm not going to bother going back for the heavy cruisers. Wow, 5,000 victory points from killing those transports. Oh, my word. Yes, thank you. Right, next turn. Because we should get some techs. What happened there? Building new ships. Sometimes it can take a while. Hopefully it doesn't. There we go. Heart, Hunter, and Zephyr against the Comet. This is just going to be me running away. Because I don't want to do it. Goodbye. Poor old Hunter. Itching for a fight. Just some running. They're not particularly fast, the German heavy cruisers. Probably never even see it. Again, if we'd been close, then I would have considered it, but we started miles away. So, no. Not wasting 3 destroyers. Yeah, that's a good point, Philosopher. Like, my ships are faster, so the withdrawal really should work. Like, if I press withdrawal with 3 destroyers, really shouldn't have to manually go in and run away, but yeah, I think, you know, these kind of things need fixing up later. GT88 Clay 54, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. But no, that's a good point. Like, if your ships are faster, then withdraw should work. Or it should tell you when you hover over withdraw what your percentage chance to withdraw is and explain why or something. The captain of the destroyer really isn't obeying orders or whatever it is. But yeah, it would be nicer than coming in and doing it manually. Because they have no chance to catch me. There we go. Because what I really wanted was the tech. I should be getting some tech this turn. Or not. Oh. Wait, did I already get it and I missed it? We already have Dreadnought 3. Okay, we'll take the priority off then. I must have missed that. Weird. Let's do some ship designing. So this, yeah, we have the Bellerophon. So this is gonna. I'm probably gonna skip the Colossus and try and build something like an Orion. That's the plan. So we'll go for the Dreadnought 3, even though I hate it. It's not a good hull, but maybe we could make it work. Now, the Orions did have a super firing turret pair up front, so we're going to go for the 13.5-inch guns. But yeah, isn't this the one where you can't fit a barbette up here? I seem to remember. Oh no, you can now. Okay, never mind. I'm talking rubbish. So these are going to be 13.5-inch guns. Yes. And those were... what was their... 40, there were 45s. So those are way too big. One more. There you go. 13-inch 45s. Good stuff. Tower. Oh my god, those towers are terrible. Now, have they fixed it so that you can actually put a tower down here? Please tell me they have. Otherwise it's going to be stupidly front heavy. Oh, poop. I hate this hull. It's so bad. It was okay when you could put... If you could put a tower here, it would be okay. Maybe we can cheat. Hold on. Sometimes. And yes, I am holding control. Sometimes you can. Okay. Never mind. In that case, I'm going to go back to Dreadnought 2. Which is the same as the Bellerophons. Yes, Mr. Forian, I am doing the stream in 480p. My PC will melt if I try and do anything more than that. I do apologise, but it's all I can do. I am currently saving up for a superior PC designed for streaming, but I need money and I don't have it. So, Patreon hinted. Yeah, so if you want to support me on Patreon, that is appreciated, and that's what I'm using the money from Patreon to do. You can type !Patreon to get a Patreon link. Anyway, plugging aside, yeah. this one. So this is basically going to be the same as the Bellerophons, just with 13.5-inch gun. Thank you very much, Mr. Foreign, for the sub. That is hugely appreciated. Massively appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, I need to redo the guns. So yeah, 13.5. 45 guns. There we go. And then super firing pair at the rear. I'm annoyed because I could have started on these right from the start. Mind you, we will get some upgraded techs for these, so it's not the end of the world. What are you talking about? There you go. Now these things, 48s. I don't think they'd be 48s. They'd be 45s as well. Possibly even 40s, but we'll leave them as 45s. What are you making here? Uniform. It says ask uniform. So I'm making my version of the Orion class. So this is going to be my first battle chip with the 13.5-inch 45 guns. The others have 12s. I was going to wait for the battleship 3, the Dreadnought 3, but the Dreadnought 3 is terrible. We do get geared turbines, which is nice, and the shaft too. So there are some upgrades, definitely. I can also fiddle with beam and draft, but I'll do that after I try and get the ship to move. Reckon it's going to be the enhanced funnel? No. Oh, Toby, thank you very much for the resub. How goes the campaign? The campaign is going okay, actually. We've certainly poked some holes in the German fleet. Now, the Bellerophons can do 22 knots. And we're going even slower. So I'm going to reduce the draft, which is usually my first port of call. Not a huge fan of deep draft ships. See if we can get that speed up a little bit. No. Yeah, Bellerophon is 24,000. I'd like to go at least 23. So it's as fast as the original Dreadnought. Reduce the beam. Oh my goodness. Even though there's no point. Gonna go 22 knots, just like the Bellerophons. Funnels make less of a difference now than your Citadel. Which is really the main thing that changes your weight distribution. This is the same setup that all the other ships have, by the way. No, we don't have Cordite 2. I think that's new. Cordite 2, so another improvement. That's good. Right. I need to put on the secondary guns. Now, I've been using 4.5-inch guns. I'll probably stick with those. Oh, Philosopher, 69 bits. It is the funny number. Thank you very much for the bits. Yeah, and I think I made these 4.5-inch. We can go for 50s on these. How about that? It's a slightly longer barreled version. I think the others are 45s that I'm using on other ships. so far so good. Next will be protection. So standard protection that all the other ships have is this 5, 2.5, 16, 6, 16, like that. And we are right up against our weight limit. These were 4.2, and these were also 4.2. Range is pretty good. Do have those bigger guns. 1.5 inch. Woo. Oh boy. I'm gonna drop range a tad. Get some more armor in. Why do I drop draft? So, good question. So, where does it show you what draft does? So, with a reduced draft, here we go. So this is what draft does. So you get improved base accuracy. You reduce your accuracy penalty from waves and maneuvering, and you reduce your flooding chance. So if I whack it over to the other end, you can see how it's different. But you get increased acceleration. You do get water spread. Your turning rate's reduced. Rudder shift speed, deceleration, operational range. Your gun damage is a little bit more. So if you have a deep ship, then you do take a little bit more damage, but you get a better slope design, so you're a lower, smaller target. So it kind of balances. Your engine weight is reduced. Your detectability is reduced. Stuff like that. So, like, you are a little bit more vulnerable when you are hit, but you are less likely to be hit. And it increases your speed or your engine efficiency. But you're a smaller target. Like Monitor was a really good example of a ship that, I mean, you couldn't take it out on the ocean, of course, but, you know, a ship that was, you know, it's hard to get a hit on the side of the ship because there isn't much of it. Woolly Mammoth, first time you caught me live, thank you very much for joining the chat. Nice to see you. Yeah, I prefer the accuracy and a smaller target. To be honest, I don't always do reduced draft, but minimum draft, minimum beam is an interesting way to build ships. Like, beam is generally better because it gives you better firing platform. But if you reduce both, you can build some really nice ships because you free up a lot of displacement. Yeah, that's why I tend to go for reduced draft. Anyway, what is left is balancing. And we have a 4 weight offset. Now that's quite tricky on this this hull. I can move the funnel all the way back here. That helps a bit. I can shift the tower a bit. That helps. And then moving the guns is going to help even more. And that still fires and saves me a bunch of weight. Good. Now I have a very slight aft weight offset. Get rid of those 3-inch guns. See if we can pull it back a little bit. Oop. Balanced. Nope, not balanced. It's because recalculating the belt for weight 0.6. Bounce there, but that gun won't fire. 0.5. I'm alright with 0.5, that's fine. And a free up a load of tonnage. Mendraft max beam. It's a good option. It's a good option. Now, in terms of armor, because we can add a little bit more now. The other option is to reduce displacement, which is what I did to reduce costs. But, you know, we're only a little bit more. So I'd like to just tack on some more armor, to be honest. Because this does have bigger guns. So you can go up to a 15-inch belt. And 7.5 on the extendeds. We're going to get... I think it's still 16 on the turret, it's fine. And we're going to get a thicker inner belt. I've not really messed around with the inner belts much. But we're going to get... all the way up to 5... yeah, go for 5-inch. 2.5 on inner. Nope. Keep going. 6. 3. 6 and 2.7. Okay. Let's see how that works. So it's not additive. I know that much. I just don't know how much this helps. But, you know, 6-inch inner belt is sizable. Like, should help us reduce damage a fair amount. Toby, no, you have the ability to adjust it right from the start. But if you are right up against the... so if you have the maximum weight slider all the way over to the right, it's much easier to play around with. If you have a limit, then as soon as you start playing with this, it's going to go haywire. So just be wary of that. Have a light cruiser inside the battleship. Exactly. But you know, should hopefully prevent some damage. And at 30.7 million, that is a price I think we can afford. So we're going to save that, and we're going to order some up. Now I'm going to name them after probably the Colossus class to start with. Seeing as we don't have the Colossi yet. So there were 2 of those. We can afford to build. Can we? I wonder if how many Orions were there? Were there 4? Yes. So we could order 6. 9 million a month. Yeah, we can afford that. So we're going to lay down 6 of them. So, yes, we will have the Orion. But we're also going to have HMS Colossus. We're going to have HMS Orion. We already have a Vanguard, but the game doesn't know that because I put HMS in front of everything. We've got HMS Monarch, which I just noticed is right below me, so that was pointless. We have HMS Conqueror. And HMS Thunderer. And I'm pretty sure the other Colossus was the Hercules. Wasn't it not? Yeah, it was the Hercules. So there we go. HMS Hercules. More battleships. Excellent. Vampire Slayer, thank you very much. Enterprise, yes. That was cool today in Taskmaster. Definitely. So we'll get those under construction. The other one to look at, of course, was the successor to Lion, or the Lions, which was Queen Mary. And she also had the 30.5 inch guns. And I think Tiger did as well. Yeah, so we could get Queen Mary and Tiger as well if we wanted. I mean, we can afford it. I'm just going to say that they're lions. 2 more. So this is going to be HMS Queen Mary and HMS Tiger. So it's going to be a while before they're ready, but should be fine. And with that, I will leave it there because after Tiger you're up to the Renowns with the 15-inch guns, and we don't know what we're getting for big guns yet. If we got 15s, then we can start thinking about the Queen Elizabeths and stuff. But that's way off because you've got the King George V class and the Iron Duke class before the Queen Elizabeths. But we're stuck on that god-awful Dreadnought 3 hull. And Dreadnought 4 is the same unless I can get the towers on the deck. So we'll have to wait for that. And hopefully I will see you next time, those of you on YouTube, for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.